Hey guys, what's up? It's yeah, you know who it is. It's Sergeant Major Green. Here I'm in my OP. I got my cannons, my field artillery. I even got my fucking nuclear airsoft weapon. I'm fit to fight. I'm fit to fight tonight. And I like to thank the sponsors of today's film, Psycho Bass. And I usually try to be funny and say something funny about the sponsor company and make fun of them, but I can't make fun of these motherfuckers. Psycho Bass, awesome fucking name. And their logo is another bullshit fishing company. So, I mean, what the fuck can I say? And they even got a code on the back. These motherfuckers know what they're doing. So if I'm standing in line and someone's like, oh shit, what's Psycho Bass Company about? They can fucking scan the QR code right there on the back of my shirt. So thank you, Psycho Bass, for sending me a cool ass shirt. Here's something that is fucking bullshit. And I'm going to talk about someone who I think is a psycho. And it's you, Matthew Stevens. I mean, first off, who has two first names? Okay, that's fucking, you're a fucking psycho for that. And then two, yeah, I'm doing it because they sent it to me as a sponsor. Mixing black and fucking multi. But you don't mix black and multi. Matthew, you're going to get people killed. You're going to get people killed. Look at what this motherfucker's doing. Okay. You see what I'm saying? You don't gotta wear black. You don't gotta mix black camo and multi-cam camo to think you're a badass. As a matter of fact, look how good this motherfucker looks when he's not mixing camo. Look at this motherfucker. I mean, no homo, but now look at this motherfucker when he's wearing black. Look at the big difference. It's just a bit. You're gonna fucking die, okay? You're gonna get yourself killed, or you're gonna get someone else killed. And here's why. Here's why, guys. If you're wearing multi-cam, thank you. Thank you. You're on my team. Who am I? Command Sergeant Major Green. Kanzuk, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, United Kingdom, everybody. Okay? I'm a member, I'm the Minister of War for Kamzook. And I'm up here in Canada. I'm the only country in North America, part of NATO and Kamzook. I'm the second largest country in the world, probably the first largest. Russia, shut the fuck up and let me check it out. I'm the second largest country. I'm Canada, okay? And if you're wearing multicam, playing milsim, playing airsoft, you're on my team. Thank you. You're on my team. If you're wearing black, you're a fucking milsim extremist, extreme milsim terrorist. If you're wearing black and multicam, how did it go in the Bible? What did Christ say in the second coming in Revelation? He will spit you out of his mouth. Because you are neither hot nor cold. You're lukewarm. Choose your side. Are you going to be a milsim terrorist and wear black? Or are you going to be part of Kamzook and NATO and wear multi-cam? Okay, so let's talk about camo for. And by the way, I'm wearing the Campac's very newest all-terrain multi-cam and digi, and Campac is still Canada, you know, where I represent. We're still representing the digi, and people, it's a big controversy in North America. You know, Campac Canada actually had the green digi assigned to their armed forces, their army, before the U.S. Army had their gray ACU digi actually assigned. But think about the science of digi. What was the science of digi first originally for? Night vision goggles. So as we did with the last video, you know, DNC, Desert Night Camo, was the very first digi and US won. So congratulations, you guys are still my bottom in the US, but you know, whatever. So I got the Campac's newest digi now. It's got, what does it have on here? Let's look really close. It's got lime green, tan, dark green, and gray, and yeah, it looks good. And I keep saying that you know, it doesn't really matter, especially after the apocalypse. The more people you have and the more closer they are and the more they're moving as a unit, camo matters then. But if I have one person, I could literally hide in the woods wearing nothing but red and orange. If I'm one person, if I'm hunkered down and hiding and not moving. If I'm two people, maybe I need to, you know, have a better cam. It gets harder. So that's why camo is important, because when you move as a big unit, you have to be camouflaged. You can't be in a big unit if you're not uniformed. You can't be a unit if you're not all together, stuff like that. But before there was ever that thought of multi-terrain, this camo works for this, it was just one camo. You know, it was the M81, the green camo for the green. Then they would have the desert camo for the desert. Then they would have the black and gray urban camo for the urban and all that. And now the big thing is, hey, we got to go to all these different terrains and we're not going to have time to change, so we got to have that multicam. And as you see, multicams, whether it's the USA's multicam, the Scorpion cam, the new desert or the Canadian multicam, it looks more brown, and brown kind of blends in because you have brown in the desert, you have brown in the forest, so it's more brown. But we're going to talk today about black camo. And you see black and gray. This is the multicam, black multicam. So it's lime green, dark gray, light gray, black multicam. And people say, you know what, why do urban guys, why do urban fighters, why is urban camo always black and grays? Well, let's get back to ambushes and raids for a minute. What's the difference in an ambush and a raid in the retrospect of wearing urban black camo? Well, when I do a raid and I go into a building, I'm hoping that I've already cut the power off, shut the lights out. I'm hoping that that building's going to be dark. And what's dark camo? Black. So yeah, when I am planning urban fighting and stuff, what's my goal in urban? I don't just want to run around the streets and shoot people like it's a purge. In urban, my objective is taking over buildings, getting into buildings, raiding. And the best camo for raiding will be black camo. Why? Because I want to go into buildings, I want to shoot the lights out, take the power out, take the light source out so I can go into buildings with my nods and stuff and wear my black camo. Ambush or raids? Raids. They're wearing black camo. Well, okay. So now we know, hey, if I get raided, guys in black are going to come up, they're going to raid me and shit. I don't want that. If I'm hunkered down, I don't want that. So where do I want to be? I want to be on the high ground. If I am planning to have a building, if I'm planning to squat, I'm going to squat on the high, and I am planning to squat. I don't care what mil-sim airsoft event it is. I don't care what the theme or objective is when they're like, hey, run from here to here and there's going to be fun. No, not my old 42-year-old ass veteran. I already ran, shot, moved. I'm going to squat. I'm a squatter. I'm going to find a place uphill, even if it's not a building. I'm going to find a place uphill. I'm going to squat with my Canadian Foreign Legion. But we're going to set up sharpshooters that can shoot down. Because what's the best part of having uphill? They have to come up, I'm shooting down, I can see everything because I have a sharpshooter. I don't necessarily need a sniper. Yeah, it'd be cool to have snipers hunted down, but I want to have sharpshooters at the very... I'm a top, I'm a Canadian. I'm a top, so it's always cool to have sharpshooters set up at the top. So when these guys in black think they're going to come and raid and cut the lights out and raid and stuff, they still have to hope that that black camo can blend in through the field while I got guys up on the top ground looking down. So what we're going to do, you're going to get people killed, Matt. Matthew, Matthew Stevenson, you're going to get people killed. And for people that don't know, if you're wearing if you're on the tan side, you're with me. Okay, Kamzu. NATO. Yeah, you're with me. We speak English, okay, motherfuckers? Here's how camo... I'll break it down. What team? I'll break it down to you. Tan, my side. Green, Slavic side. The Eastern Front side. Black, Mil-Sim extremist, terrorist side. Tan, good guys. Green, bad guys. Black, terrorist. All right, so it's a bright and early Sunday morning, and we're gonna have to work in front of my my little patrol. Everybody watching this video don't have fucking the clearing OPSEC, motherfucker. I know you black fucking camo wearing fucking milsim terrorists are watching this shit, Matthew. Yeah, and keep that in mind. If you learn nothing else from this video, yeah, I haven't been. Hey guys, what's up? Sorry, I made you green. You know who the fuck I am. If you learn nothing else from this video, let people know. Hey, don't show your full hand. Don't ever show your fucking full hand. Okay? But anyways, so we're gonna talk about some quick ways we can set sharpshooters up with makeshift in the field tripods. 1, 2, 3. Tripods so they can sharpshoot. And what do I mean? What's the difference? I don't necessarily want to put my sharpshooters inside the house or the building on the top floor looking out the window to be like a sniper. And one of the main reasons why is because, yeah, I'm expecting to get raided if I'm squatting there, even though it's the high ground, but I don't know necessarily how we don't know what the enemy's thinking. We don't think like the enemy. And if we did, we wouldn't be enemies. We'd be friends. We think about that all the time. And that's why I always think force on force is some of the best training. You get some fucking milsim guys or some LARPers with airsoft guns, and then you find some fucking preppers or some 3%ers and say, hey, buy some airsoft guns, and you start fighting. You have no idea if your fucking plans work until you know. So anyways, we think, well, our sniper, we're seeing anyone come. Let's put them on a second floor window. But then they fucking get airdropped down by fucking helicopters or something. And now my snipers are the first ones getting taken out of the fight. That's not what I want. I want to put my sharpshooters, if this is my house, up on the high ground. I want to put my sharpshooters in front of the house. That's one thing I have to think about. What's the route that they're gonna fucking, the avenue of approach, and it's probably gonna be they're coming up, especially if you know the fight's over here. We'll talk about it another day, another video, but I'm gonna put my sharpshooters out in front, kind of like an LPOP, and I want them to have a tripod set up. So yeah, I can find some sticks in the woods. You know, I'm gonna need 3 of them. Now, let's talk about some tools and stuff. I can say, hey, I'm using bamboo because I live here at the swamps and stuff. But if I don't have a saw or a knife, I can just say, hey, this bamboo's good. I'm gonna break every single one down, and this one might break very clean. Look how clean that one broke. But literally, look how not clean. I mean, I could use that. I could stab those in the ground. I'm probably gonna use those, but I can't. So which one's the fluke? Which one's the fluke? Which one's the fluke? Oh, I think the not clean one's actually. Which one's the fluke? Which one's the fluke? Yeah, that's not a clean one. Yeah, I can't afford that. I can't afford to fuck up all my fucking wood. You know, I can't waste time like that. So I need a tool. And what's the tool gonna be? What's the tool that I? Where is the fucking tool that I need? Okay, so here's the tool that I need, and I got this from, I think I got this from Walmart. It's like, it's made like a pocket knife. So there's the lock, and there it comes out, and it's just like one of those, like, you know, grippy tooth saws. So I'm gonna get 3 sticks, and it doesn't matter if the 3 sticks are even now, because I don't need them to be even until I saw them down. So 3 sticks. I want my tripod, if I'm gonna be on a knee or sitting knee high, I want my tripod to be about this high. So here we go. So I've sawed it all down, pull out a little bit of strength. So I've sawed it all down pretty nice and clean, flat. And I'm gonna use the thin part, because the bamboo, as the bottom, so I could stab it in. But if you're using tree trunks or you had a harder ground, maybe you could saw off make it pointy on the bottom so you can stab it in. But I don't need to do that. Now I'm gonna put them together like a flat bundle of sticks, like a faggot. Now I'm just using some cheap zip ties from Dollar Tree, and I zip tied. I'm gonna do it 2 times, but key essential detail, I need it to be straight. I don't want to zip tie it so tight that it does like that. That's not good. So it's gonna be straight, and I'm gonna zip tie one more, a little bit lower. And don't do this while I'm doing it. Wait till you see the whole video, because you're gonna get ahead of yourself. You're gonna fuck up. You're gonna fuck up. All right, 2 zip ties. 1, 2. Now, I take zip ties, and I'm gonna weed the zip tie through and bring it back through this side. I want it to be tight. That's why zip ties are better. I like zip ties better than 550 cord for stuff like this because zip ties are flat and they're just as strong. Okay, so now I've taken it through here and here. And I zip tied, so that zip tied those two pieces together. Now I'm going to do it again on this side. Okay, so I took my 2 zip ties here, and then I took my 2 zip ties here, and then I took a zip tie here, and I cinched it all together. So now I have a very sturdy, perfect tripod for my sharpshooter. All right, so I have a nice, easy tripod. It's not heavy. I can cut the little things off. It's not heavy at all. I can stick it right in my bag. Or I could use it as a cane. Or I mean, I can put it anywhere. Let's talk about tripod mechanics now. So I'm set up. I'm on the high ground. I'm in one of my little, you know what I'm saying? I'm using one of my little fucking camping chairs that's small. That's how I knew I'd be able to sit low. Right there. I pull my tripod out. And it's got 3 legs. Does it really matter where the legs go? Yes, kind of. I don't want that leg right there to be right here where I can always hit it and change and stuff. So I want 2 legs to be here, my feet to be on the inside or outside or to the left or right. I like to have my shooting foot forward and have my tripod right over that leg. Now, you take your weapon, set it right on top of your tripod, and now you just hunker down. Now you just sit there and you wait because I'm at the top of a hill. Here's the hill a little bit farther so the people can't see where my squatter, my patrol base is, and I can just barely see over, and I'm fucking monitoring the high ground. And here's what am I looking for? What am I looking for? I'm looking for motherfuckers like Matthew Stevenson, 2 first name motherfuckers, who are wearing black, trying to come up on my patrol. Why are they wearing black? Why are they trying to sneak around the woods in broad daylight in black? Because they want to raid me. I'm not a fucking idiot. They want to come in here, shoot the lights out, and raid me in my fucking house when it's dark. Hey, Joe, bring me some coffee. Some coffee. Bring me 2 cups. I'm sorry, Major. I can have as many cups as I want. But yeah, now I got a good LPOP guard position. I got some tripods that I built out of some branches that I found around here with some zip tie, and I've set it up. I can put my weapon, I can plug my weapon there, and if I need to bring up like a 50 cal or actual sniper rifle or a higher powered rifle than what my M4 personal one, I can set it there and I can start rotating people on guard in and out of there. But if I'm playing milsim or airsoft, here's one more thing. I don't want to put my snipers inside the building that I'm expecting to get raided on, because what? There's a rule. Snipers can't shoot with the sniper rifle once people come in close. They have to start engaging with their fucking pistol popper. So I literally take those guys out of the fight twice as quick as I should. I want them to be in front, taking as many fucking people out as they can, trying to run through the field and come up on us. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to field test it. That's right. We're going to do some target practice from this little tripod that I made from the high ground down. And I'll show the world what we're gonna test it. We're gonna wear some black camo running through the field so you can see me. We'll wear some tan camo running through the field so you can see me. We'll wear some mixed camo. I'll show you how easy it is to kill motherfucking milsim terrorists. Okay guys, so let's do a couple of different camo exams on broad daylight open fields, but let's also talk about high grounds. Right now, if I were to look, my eyes are literally parallel with the field. You know, if someone's laying down flat in the prone, I'm literally, my head is the same level, because if I came up, yeah, this is the high ground here, but now it's a flat field. And by the way, this is the wide open field that we're going to use for our reenactment, our Revolutionary War reenactment during 4th of July. We're going to have some close quarter combat and shooting fireworks. But anyways, this is almost like a stage, because it's a wide open flat field. It's surrounded by trees, and then it's got a little slope where I can come back down, and I feel like, oh, this is good. I can squat right here. So, and what do I mean by squatting? When I say, yeah, it sounded funny, you know, but it's not like I'm going to pay $200 or however much to travel and go play milsim somewhere and just be like, oh, I'm going to squat. But when I set up my patrol base, I got to be hunkered down, you know. And if I backed away from the field and I set up my my post right here, I'm literally taller or same distance as the guys I'm trying to be backed away from. And if, you know, if alert happened, or if we said we're going to set up a tripod right here, the tripod guys would have to be laying down. Yeah, now they can lay down and be like diagonal to that, but this isn't a good area to take the high ground. So what we're going to do is, just so you know, this isn't where I would want to squat behind here and take a high ground, but we're going to do the test here for the first phase. I'm going to wear the black multi-cam, and I'm going to do a see if I can move around and stuff and move up close to this area if you can see me, and then I'm going to lay in that quasi prone and take some target practice shots. Okay, yeah, so we got it's up on a hill, and then it goes over this wide open field, then it comes down a little bit, then it goes to another field, then it goes to the wood line. So we actually have 3 terrains right there that we can play with. But train like you fight, you know, I got to be ready to wear all my LARPing gear with this camo and stuff. So I'm gonna get LARPed up. I've got my mustache, my Command Sergeant Major mustache on. I got my my little tripod that I built here, and I'm actually gonna put this phone camera up on this tripod when I move through the battlefield, and you can see if I blend in or not. All right, so I had my tripod set up, and I was right there where it comes up, and I was going across this field. But I wanted to have it there, and so you can see me go across this field, see me go across this dirt field, even see me come into this wood line. But I mean, it's Lumberton. I'm training in Lumberton. It's ghetto as fuck here. You know, my fucking camera would get stolen if I went that far down. So I'm actually, what I'm going to do now, yeah, I'm walking through this dirt field that's been plowed through, and I'm going to set my tripod up in the middle of this field, and I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to try to do it over there. That way, no, come on, it's Lumberton. People can steal my fucking camera phone. Shady motherfuckers. Okay, so I made it through the field. I feel like I can leave my camera here and at least catch the guy or see the guys before they came up and stole it. It's fucking Lumberton, okay? Sheriff Wilkerson, this place sucks, okay? But anyways, so I've made it where the dirt field has connected with the field that hasn't been plowed down yet. And just, I want people to think, going through a dirt or dusty, like if you're in Kuwait or Saudi Arabia or Iraq or something, Iran, and it's a lot of dust like that, just look right here. Just my legs at the very bottom going through this field for like less than 2 minutes. And if I was in a terrain like this, no matter what I'm wearing, the dust is gonna blow up on me. It's gonna almost look like I'm airbrushed that color. So, you know, when people knock the why were ACUs light gray? It didn't blend in, did it not? Because ACU light gray blend in with everything. All three, urban, mount terrain, you know, which would have powdered construction dust from artillery's course. Have you ever been into a city? Look at Ukraine, you know, so when all that dust blows onto the gray, it fucking airbrushes it. If you go to Iraq, you know, if you're in Iraq wearing it and stuff, and the sand and stuff blew on you, airbrushed it. Or if you were in Afghanistan and you're in the shady trees would almost airbrush it. So don't knock it if you didn't try it. And if you did try it and you don't like it, you know, that's you. I loved it. But anyway, so now I'm gonna fucking take this black and I'm gonna run through this field a little bit. And it's good. You should always do your camo test, but when you're moving, move like you're bounding Overwatch. I'm up, he sees me, I'm down, and I'm down behind at least. What's the difference in cover and concealment? You know, concealment keeps people from seeing who you are. Cover keeps them from shooting you. But you need to always at least use concealment. Like, you know, I'm gonna move. And I'm gonna look. Where can I move to next? Oh, there's a high berm of trees right there. So I'm gonna move there. I'm up. He sees me. I move there. Then before I get up, I'm looking around. Where am I gonna move to? I can't figure it out on the move. You know, I'm getting shot at, or I could get shot at. Hair in my mouth. Damn it. Okay, so I mean, you got I'm looking at the colors now. You got dark brown, light brown, purple, gray, green, and then in the far distance you got dark green and black. People, black doesn't appear, it doesn't not, because that's black as fuck. But here's the thing you gotta think: black is only good if I'm real far away, if I'm trying to stay real far away. If I'm up here on the high ground and I'm just sitting here and I'm gonna pop people as soon as they come out of like that tree opening right here, I might get away with staying here and all black. But if someone's in that tree opening and they think that they're gonna be able to move deceptively up here, you know, they're leaving the black colors and stuff. So that's something you have to think about. But you know, when I'm trying to set up, you know, what's my patrol base? My patrol base is like me and my Canadian Foreign Rangers. You know, it's Saturday morning. We ran around, we shot at a bunch of people, we ran around and stuff. We took a late lunch. Now we were like, fuck this shit. Let the young bucks fucking fight the rest of the day. We'll camp out and we'll fight again Sunday morning. So we kind of go off the trail, off the beat of trail a little bit. We take a big hike up a mountain somewhere, a hill somewhere, and then we set up a shop. We set up camp, and then we put our bipod fucking, you know, our bipods out, and we put some guns on it, and we sit behind the guns, and we just all camp out and have fun, and we rotate, you know, who's gonna be rotating out to watch and shit. And if it's something like over there where it's like here, and you have to actually lay in the prone, there's no quality of guard. And we think, hey, what's quality of life? Quality of life, I don't want to live in a fucking garage of my fucking parents that don't have an AC, and you know, how am I gonna bring chicks over and stuff? You know, I want a quality of life. I want my own apartment. I want roommates and stuff. But same thing with guard. People are like, oh, suck it up, pull guard. Well, that's cool, but how much quality time with quality people? How much good guard am I? You know, as soon as I get out there, if it sucks, I'm laying in the prone and all this shit, I'm gonna be like, hey, how long do I gotta be out here? Fuck that, I'm almost out, you know. But if it was somewhere where I was sitting up in the high guard, you know what I'm saying, I could be in the conversation, I'm just camping, and I can see everything way before it could see me. That's a good high ground fucking squatting, and that's why I'm squatting. I've done some shit all morning, you know, I'm old, let the young bucks do it and shit. I'll be up here, you know, I'm squatting. So this is a little bit better of a high ground, but then at the same time, it keeps going high and it doesn't level back out. And you know, I want to be where the enemy has to look up, they can barely see the sharpshooter shooting down, and behind that sharpshooter is a whole, I don't know if I don't know if that's something I want to raid, because what's the difference in an ambush and a raid? An ambush, I can see 360 around my target before I ambush him. A raid, I can't see who's inside the building, who's on the other side of that hill before I raid it. I want my guys to think like that. So if someone was coming out here, yeah, I could get away with wearing straight green camo or straight black camo and shooting that guy and stuff. But he can see that there's nothing behind me or what is behind me, and he can start bounding, maneuvering, because this is a plateau. You know, I just started where the hill's starting to come up. So, you know, this also wouldn't be a good spot for me to squat down, but I am going to show you how you know, you saw how I can move and stuff. Now you're going to see, you know how I communicate. You know how I communicate. I'm sorry, I made you green, motherfucker. But yeah, now I'm gonna pull a weapon out, and we're gonna put that weapon system right up on this tripod right here, and we're gonna see. And then same thing, you know, if you gotta shoot, move, and communicate, train like you fight. You know, wear all your gear and stuff. If you're planning on running around with bump helmets on and shit, I'm planning on running around with this motherfucker on when I'm LARPing. You better fucking know that. So I gotta shoot like this. You better fucking, peace is not an option, motherfucker. Okay, so I came into this mission mount. Yeah, I pulled up to the parking lot and I hit that hill right there. But then I figured, you know, it's too many shady people out here. It's Lumberton. It's Robeson County. You know, so I moved out. So I didn't even bring my kit and, you know, my seat and my gun and all that stuff for this. So, you know, I'm going to hunker back. I'm by myself. It's after apocalypse, you know, I'm in a third world country by myself. So I'm going to hunker back, but I don't want to get lost. What part of the field did I set up that I'm going to operate in? So I'm going to, if I'm out of this, I'm out fucking some sticks and some shit, but I'm going to put it here. If I put this right on inside the grass, I would never see it coming through this field. I would only see it here. But if anything is looking on the other side, which might be enemies, into the here, they're not going to know that this is on, you know, on this side. I'm only going to know this because I'm looking for it. So this is how I know where I need to come back in. So I'm going to walk up there. I'm going to get my bag, my seat, I'm going to get the crossbow. You think Daryl was deadly in the Daryl got butt raped by Negan. Read the comic book, motherfucker. And I'm still, if anyone ever comes out with a fucking crossbow fucking airsoft gun, I want it. I want to fight it. But yeah, I gotta go. You know, I'm not wearing a full kit, you know, because it's after apocalypse and stuff. So I'm double magging it. I'm double magging it. You know, the connected, you know, Vietnam style. I gotta cock that back. I think it's already cocked back. But I'm going to take that little slant the hill first, because I'm not going to run up on the hill, because there might be someone across there waiting for me to shoot me. So I'm going to run up, I'm going to peek around, and after I see what? Stop, look, listen, smell, and it's clear, I'm going to fucking scurry and go. So, you know, here we go. Okay, so it was clear. I did a quick stop, look, listen, and smell, and you know, we're looking for stuff. You know, we're looking for enemy. You know, enemy. You know, we're looking for stuff. You know, we're looking for enemy stuff. You know, we're looking for enemy. You know, enemy avenues of approach, enemies, obstacles, stuff like that. But here's something we're also looking for: the fucking sun. Because if I'm moving with the sun to my back, that means the sun's in the enemy's eyes. If you know, if you went to ranger school, how'd you learn how to give up orders? You gave up orders outside where the sun was in your eyes, so it was in the guys, the Joe's backs that were listening to it. And you know, everything's black in the enemy's eyes if I'm moving with the sun to my back. So think about that when you're trying to maneuver around. Fuck, I got lost. Oh, there it is. See, if you learn nothing else, leave yourself a marker. There it is. I can see it. So I can move straight down this line until I see it. And speaking of things, you see fun police. Literally, look behind me. A fucking sheriff pulled up. Somebody probably called and said, "Hey, there's a weird dude out in this field." I got a fucking Nerf gun and legal vape. You fucking weirdo. Let's go. Yeah, looking for stuff. You know, we're looking for enemy. Here it is. Here's my tripod. And before I cross from here into the wood line to take some shots, I'm gonna do again what? Stop, look, listen, smell. People always say slow is smooth, smooth is fast, and they think that has to do with entering and clearing buildings, and it absolutely does. But if you're not doing slow is smooth, smooth is fast up until entering and clearing building, how you gonna fucking get there to rate it? You know, you gotta make sure if you're walking up with black thinking you're gonna, you know what I'm saying. Let's go. Alright, so I put it back down. I'm up on the high, and by the way, again, this isn't where I want to be, but I'm up on the high ground. I'm looking down to the corner. You know, I'm gonna set my weapon up right there. It's probably not even gonna stuff, heavy as fuck, but you know, I'm gonna set my crossbow up for a second, right there. I'm gonna take my bag out, and remember that last gun that I had that was bad as fuck? But then I realized it was battery operated. I was like, oh, I can't use it. Well, guess what? The magazine fits for this one, so I have fucking 3 magazines now. So, you know, good to know that. And, oh, my seat, you know. Pump in with what you want to play with. So I'm going to put that right there. Okay, I'm going to put my fucking bag back on. Because you never know, you know, I might fucking get shot at. I got to run and shit and just, you know. Alright, so I'm going to sit here. I got it opened right here. I'm going to put that extra magazine. Yeah, watch out, because sometimes the freaking rounds come out of that magazine. Put that fucking magazine in. Here we go. And I just, you know, I like to do cycle things with cycle gloves on. We got one glove today. Alright, so let's see what we got. And people like, oh, how do we know? You know, here's the 2 magazines that snap together that came with this round, or with this weapon. I can take that out. And people are like, how do we know? You know, we know you fucked up last time. You didn't have batteries for that. I checked. I did what? Function checks. I always do function checks of my toys before I go out and play with them. So now I got that one fucking hooked up. And watch. Oh. There's one now. Got a couple of them, and let's think about that for a minute. What are coyotes? What are coyotes? Wile E. Coyote? You know, it's pronounced coyote. It's a Native American word. Fucking Europeans had fucking wolves, and Russian Slavic people had little pussy ass fucking foxes, and Native Americans had coyotes. And when we came over here, we couldn't pronounce coyotes, so we called them coyotes. But they're coyotes. But if there was a mascot for a terrorist that wear fucking black fucking camo, it would be coyote. Because what do coyotes do? They wait until they hear a baby crying or a smaller animal in distress calls, and they're like, oh shit, we can take advantage of it now, and they move in and terrorize them. Matthew, you're a fucking coyote. I'm smoking that one, but you're making me mad, Matt. And people are like, hey, this is kayfabe, okay? This is airsoft fiction. This is all, you know, funny beef. But I have warned Matthew Stevenson several fucking times. You know, I've talked to you several times, boy, about wearing fucking black mixed with fucking multicam. Multicam has enough colors mixed with. We don't need your fucking black. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm about to roll, and you know, I gotta pack it up, and people are like, oh shit, what are you gonna do with that? I'm gonna take my tripod, I'm gonna hook it on a D-ring right here. I'm gonna switch. I don't want to move with just one. This magazine works. You saw it worked. I killed a bunch of them fucking coyotes. But if I'm moving, I want to have a fucking double mag just in case. You know, I'm stoic. Yeah, I'm a stoic. Okay, I'm stoic. And yeah, so we're gonna move back up. Now we're just gonna skirt this fucking where the tree line and the grass line, all that shit meet all the way back up. And you know, we're gonna get back in the vehicle. We're gonna put on a different this time I use black multicam. So you know, we saw what black multicam looks like in broad daylight, but let's see, does the black camo itself matter? You know, so I got another one where I'm gonna cross-reference. I'm gonna use black tiger stripe camo, and we're gonna go to another place and see if we can find a better, more ideal hill. And because we're stoic, and people are like, what the fuck does stoic mean? And stoic means like you don't always expect the worst. You're not like Eeyore, but you're always thinking for the worst. You know, you gotta think like that. What's gonna happen? What will happen if this is it? What will happen? Because never slipping. You know, you don't want to get caught slipping. You know, you remember when you were a little kid smoking weed for the first couple of times and you didn't want your parents to know? You know, you hit that shit in weird places. Like, get back to that. When you're in the woods and you don't want to get fucking caught creeping around and squatting, we got to be stoic. Alright guys, so we're about to go with, yeah, now what am I wearing? I'm wearing some black fucking tiger stripe. Hey, oh, hip hop, you know, the black and gray tiger stripe, and we're gonna see if that, you know, it's still black, it's black camo, but does it matter? I had multi-cam, black camo before, now I got black tiger stripe. But before we even get to that, let's talk about some disqualifiers, you know, some things that disqualified where we were just at. Not the camo so much, but where we were just at. Here was a big, large flat land, and then a slope, and then here. And if you could see that, and that, you know, that wasn't good enough. That wasn't good enough. There was a large land right here, a little slope, and then here. And, you know, we were saying, hey, what if we set up, at first we were like, what if we set up guys laying halfway to the prone, and then they could see here, and we could be squatted out right here. But that, you know what I'm saying, that even with these guys, right here, even with these guys. And then we came up and we went a little bit farther down. We came up this hill and went a little bit farther down. We saw that it was still sloping down, but that's still not what we want. That's not what we want, okay? This isn't what we want going this way. We want to be up here, fighting the enemy here with our fucking, you know, our squatter here. You know, so, you know, let me grab one more. So it's just, this is what we want. You know, if this, I'm going to use Texas. I'm going to use Texas, you know. Top hat, down, here. Top hat, down. We don't want to be the guys here coming up saying, hey, we're going to take the highland, you know what I'm saying? We want to be up here shooting down at people where there's... Last time I talked to Voodoo, last time I got a message from Voodoo, what did Voodoo say? I was like, hey, look, you know, let me flip this around again. I drew a picture for Voodoo. You know, here's Texas. There's Texas. And he was like, I'm in the Northeast. Texas, literally, the only part of Texas that they don't have is the Northeast. I was like, Voodoo, what the fuck are you talking about? The only part of Texas that they don't have is Northeast. And he said, you're not counting the top hat. Voodoo's in the Northeast. You know what? You know what? I can't do it. This makes me sick. Makes me sick to my stomach. Knowing from, and I'm not even mad at you. I'm not even mad at you, Voodoo. You know, you've been stranded out there, and I know where the Northeast of Texas is now. Top hat, motherfucker. But it makes me sick to my stomach. Sick to my motherfucking stomach that you're a fucking pink unicorn. Old time pink unicorn motherfucker, NATO, you know, and all that, and I gotta come all the way from Canada down there to fucking save you. Like, where the fuck is Commander Paladine? I love you, Commander Paladine. I mean, you got blown the fuck up by that kid that one time, and you haven't fucking played. Get up, you fucking, you know, get up and play, bro. Get up and play. Fine, you know, it makes me sick that I'm finding Voodoo like this, you know. And I almost went out and did a real mission. I would never. You see how quick I was to cross. You want to talk about something that I can't even fucking talk. You don't mix black camo and And let this, listen, I'm going to go help Voodoo. Yeah, he's my battle buddy. Voodoo's my battle buddy. Pink Unicorn, you know, he's my unicorn. I'm his top, you know. We're all, you know, we're intertwined, intertangled. But if you know anyone, if you play with anyone, if you LARP with anyone, if you milsim with anyone who's been curious or maybe even experimenting with mixing black and their camo,
how do